It's 2026 and a 3 years old phone is usually considered outdated, but not this phone. Or is it? Well, let's find out. So, I was in search of an old flagship that is still relevant in spec, most especially in the camera aspect. And I don't want to go into Samsung or Apple. I wanted something different. That was when I came across this phone, the Oppo Find X6 Pro. I saw the camera bump and I was like, oh boy, there's gonna be a lot going on there. I got this phone for $400, imported it from China, because that's definitely where you get it from, nowhere else. Now, this is where things get interesting. The camera, which is the heartbeat of this phone. Compared to the S25 Ultra, you can see the real power of this phone. The hardware on this phone is truly timeless. For the video aspect, it won't be an issue for a normal user because it shoots at 4K 60. I kinda like the premium design on this phone. It's simple, yeah, it's classy. Just take a look at that leather design that refused to age. This phone's design really puts modern smartphones in their place. The display on this phone is that one thing that I keep talking about. I mean, look at it compared to the S25 Ultra, you really can't tell the difference between the two of them. Despite the fact that the S25 Ultra has that anti-reflective coating, the Oppo still pushes out more colors in 10 bits. The battery life on this phone is really nice. It's a 5000 mAh battery pack. It's not a silicon carbon battery, but it can last for a long time. We all know that silicon carbon battery technology wasn't a thing in 2023. So let's not act like every phone without a silicon carbon battery is a thumbs down in terms of longevity of a battery. Of course, this phone can last for a long time depending on how you use it. The performance on this phone is really good. I've been playing games for the past couple of hours, and of course, you really don't need to worry about it losing frames. Not only that you can play games on this phone, especially high performance games without losing frames, you can also play computer games on this phone because it's an 8 Gen 2. We all know that 8 Gen 2 is the powerhouse for gaming, even as newer chips like 8 Gen 3 and 8 Elite have surpassed it. It was the first mobile chip for Qualcomm to truly bridge the gap between mobile gaming and desktop level gaming also. I mean, the 8 Elite doesn't have that feature than the 8 Gen 2 in terms of gaming, even though it's more powerful. Now, let's talk about this camera as a videographer and as a photographer. Earlier on, I said this phone has nice camera and video quality, but I didn't mention the cache, and I did it for a normal user who just wants to take photos, videos without having to check the details, bitrate and stuff like that. But now, let's talk real videography and photography. The Oppo Find X6 Pro video mode shoots at a lower bitrate, 50 megabits in 4K 30 fps, while it shoots at 60 megabits in 4K 60 fps. Both of them are low compared to the S25 Ultra. The movie mode on this phone also shoots at 48 megabits per second, which is low as well. On this movie mode, the highest frame rate you can get is 24 frames per second, and it's fixed, hidden for you not to see or change it. The log mode on this phone is drastically bad, especially if you want to color grade it after shooting a video. It's not actually a real log format but rather an old log by Oppo. I suspect the log mode on this phone to be an 8-bit color space in a 10-bit container because it doesn't give you that flexibility to color grade it. If you want to get a reasonable outcome of this phone's camera hardware, you have to make use of a third-party camera app like MC Pro, Motion Cam or Blackmagic app, although at the cost of storage, so you also have to make use of an SD card. But making use of a third-party app has its own daunting challenge. It overheats and lose frames within a short period of time, especially if you're in a hot environment. Secondly, to shoot raw video format on the third-party apps can be quite daunting too. MC Pro will shoot a raw format for a longer period of time than Motion Cam, but it's not highly formatted for you to edit in DaVinci Resolve. Motion Cam, on the other hand, can shoot the same raw format, optimize its file space, but it will heat up your device faster than MC Pro. All third-party camera apps can't see all lenses, but the native camera app can. You see, videography on this phone is quite daunting. Not only this phone though, but almost all Chinese phones. The camera too has its own flaws. At first glance, it will look all astonishing and cool, but when you try to zoom in for details, you'll see its flaws. AI will definitely do its thing, which is always terrible. The only way to get a nice picture with details is the raw on the master mode, and of course it doesn't give you that full 50 megapixel capability but rather 12 megapixel. It's still lossless compared to the normal high-res mode that gives full 50 megapixel capability but loosey. They all tamper with the details because of AI except for the raw mode. This phone has the hardware but the software kinda mess with it. This phone is really nice considering the fact that it's an old flagship at an affordable price. It's really worth the money. You're really getting it for the camera hardware. And of course, we all know there is a Chinese software, but just for the hardware. Let me know what you think in the comment section about this phone, if it's worth its price in 2026. Catch you on the next one.